All right. Richmond, north of Richmond, uh, got me really yappy. And Mr. Anthony here, he doesn't deserve that. That song is very popular and powerful to people. So I thought, maybe I'd double down, uh, see what this one's about. I like that title. I'm uh, definitely under the belief that the dollar will disappear, turn into a global crypto. Uh, so when the artist himself wonders what people are going to do with his material once he's gone and it's faded into memory, well, I continue using it, and instead of just honoring his music, we probably talk about the Fed as well, or start looking into financial manipulation by the puppet masters, right? It's not your work ethic that's devaluing. Well, it is someone's work. Some of our work ethic is devaluing the dollar too, because we are not our grandfather's children. We are not. We could not go back 3 generations in labor. Well, some of us could, but okay. Present company excluded. There are many who could not go back 3 generations and do what had to be done to have what, basic survival. They're too comfortable. It's too easy.
So this is a song I wrote. It's based off a true story. It's called Ain't Got a Dollar.
All right, and because I care more about the messaging than the music, and there's nothing wrong with the music, I love how that people misunderstand that all the time. My honey's going on break, and I'm going to call her because honestly, my family and my pooper dogs and a couple other things are higher on the list than the reactions. Now, I think I can remember to come back, and for you, it's just going to look like a second. For me, it'll be 20 minutes. But I'm pretty sure it'll be currency manipulation and fiat topics that we engage in. So, I mean, money, 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 money. We're talking about money, I think. I'm mostly kidding. I've been on the phone for a while. We're going to go back to the top and start over and go from there.
So this is a song I wrote. It's based off a true story. It's called Ain't Got a Dollar. Well, I ain't got a dollar, but I don't need a dime. I got a little spot in the country where I spend all of my time. When the sun goes down on this itty bitty town, we can light up the bowl and pass it around. I ain't got a dollar, but I don't need a dime.
Yeah, no, I'm fully aligned with the people who resonate off of Mr. Anthony's message. And the channel been 420 friendly for as long as I can remember. So, passing around a, bowl is yes, it's a favorite pastime. So I like that, and I'm watching the. I know this reaction gonna get a couple hundred hits because this channel doesn't do fan worship. I think he rocks, but this channel more about uh, getting back on that money subject and who's actually manipulating what's going on, this, that, I don't have the answers. What I think is that you put on your own tinfoil hat and you start digging, right? You go grab that monster from Jekyll Island. Look at the, I brought it up in the Patreon one, I think, referencing Wizard of Oz. I'm not talking about the movie, the book. Strap on the hat and find out about the silver, gold, physical versus fiat, you know. It's very interesting stuff. And my commitment to this artist is that I will enjoy the songs one way or another, even if it's not my thing. He's going to be my furthering inspiration to have a conversation. And I notice that a lot of the cult members really jumping out the window when they're trying to make connections. And I just did the Tucker RFK Jr. or whatever. That interview, the clip about, and the band Anthrax is on the channel, so it works out fine. I really like their tunes. But the RFK and Tucker story about after 9/11, and I mean, it doesn't matter. All these words trigger controversy and conspiracy boxes. So instead of beating around the bush, basically the connection that the only one who could have sent that to the people who opposed the Patriot Act were alphabet agency or insiders to begin with, because the FBI eventually tested the substance and it tracked back to one of our own biolabs. That part of the interview was very interesting too, because the tinfoil hatters believe a lot of that stuff, so it's very interesting. Now, I ain't got $1, Oliver Anthony. I don't think it's anything about what I'm talking about. I think this is about having very little, needing even less, but being grateful for what you do have. That little spot, those people to pass the bowl around with, and maybe a song in your heart. So, not everything's a effing tinfoil hat crazy talk. I think there's a lot of substance to be had here too, with just the simple life can be okay takeaway.
Ain't got $1, but I don't need a dime. Well, the rain could be pouring, or the sun shining down. Long as my old truck still fires on up and there's crops growing in the ground, we'll have to pick some muscadines right off the vines, get a little yeast and make a little wine, 'cause I ain't got $1, but I don't need a dime.
I very much like it, and yeah, I think my commitment. So I would venture to guess that, and I don't watch reactors no more, so I'm just doing my own thing. Whatever happens, happens. I don't want to copy their thumbnails. I don't want to copy. I think the artist is very splashy title worthy. I'll let other people do that, because what they're chasing is something else. And I have actually been referencing the green grass outside that window in my reactions for a year and a half. I want more, but if I never got it, I wouldn't complain, because I like breathing air every day. I like having a chance to turn the fruit of the vine into the nectar in the jar. metaphorically, of course, because I don't drink. But yeah, no. I would like to distill some grain alcohol just for fuel and fire and defensive purposes. But that's a whole nother story. Ain't got a dollar. I like this very, very much, which doesn't do a lot, but it is the truth. And I hope I go through his entire catalog to find subjects to bring up outside of the music, because we're just going with the title, right? My rant has nothing to do with this stuff. But as a guy who is honest about his skill set, honest about his beliefs, I can follow in those footsteps pretty well, I think. Poppers! Poppers! Just mine's sleeping here. Yeah, there's the poppers. Look, there's the doggies. There's doggies right there. He when he was a young dog, that's all it would have took. He would have sprang to the closest window. That's why I know he's at his golden years. I like animals. I like most animals more than I like people, because animals know. I get along with, I'd say, 99% of all dogs. I'm one of those. Dogs like me. And people, not so much, because I think the dog knows I'm not going to do anything wrong, but the people are judgmental a-holes. Dogs know better. Ain't got a dollar, but don't need a dime. Be happy with what you have, especially if you got some beautiful animals, a song in your heart, a place to stay safe while you sing it. All my crazy don't take away from that part of it all. Something to be said for that. I hope he stays independent. I hope he just stays a regular guy, like some of the other artists on the channel. I'd love to see that. That the system doesn't need to co-opt anything no more. It ain't on me to say, so I don't expect anything to be just an opinion for entertainment purposes only. But I hope the system keeps his claws out of him, and I hope he can. I'll stay along for the journey to find out. Later.